Hey everybody, and welcome back to Make It With Mod Podge. I'm Steve Piacenza. Today, Cathie is going to show you how to silk screen using Mod Podge a really cool kids Halloween outfit. She's going to show you how to silk screen on top of a pair of jeans and this cool orange striped t-shirt using an embroidery hoop and of course, Mod Podge. Cath, take it away.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you guys for joining us today. My name is Cathie and I've got a really fun technique for silk screening using Gloss Mod Podge and an embroidery hoop and just some silk fabric. It's very simple to do, and it's really fun if you want to create the same design over and over again. Just like we have here on this shirt, we have this adorable, cute pumpkin face with the hearts, and we created these really cool fun heart jeans. You can do different colors, you can do different shapes, whatever you want. Once you get used to this technique, you can even do way more intricate details, just like here on this wolf t-shirt. Now, all of these designs are really simple to do, and it's just a few basic steps. So let's get started. The first thing that you want to do is grab an embroidery hoop and some fabric. Now for your fabric, you can use old tights, you can use pantyhose, you can use any kind of silkscreen fabric or silk fabric that has a little bit of texture through it. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up your hoop. Now this one's marked for me. It says this side up. So you'll open your hoop up, you'll put that side up, you'll lay your fabric on top of it, and then you will just close your hoop over it. And you can get hoops in a variety of sizes. This is the size that I use for the pumpkin face. So I wanted to be able to have a nice big, you can see here, that's the pumpkin face when we're ready with our silk screen. I wanted to have a nice big one. You can even go bigger if you want. So you want to tighten that all the way up. You really want your fabric tight so it does not slip. Now you can also do these small. You can see I have a little one here, and this is what I use to do all of the hearts on the jeans. So it's up to you. Big, little, whatever kind of design you're looking to do is perfect size. So we're already here. Now what I like to do is trim away some of this extra, just because I feel like it gets in my way. So we'll trim that away. You don't want to trim it too short. I like to leave a little bit there so that I can adjust my tension and make sure that it's nice and firm there. You want it to be almost like a drum. So now my daughters drew this fun sort of, they wanted a heart pumpkin. So I said, all right, let's do a heart pumpkin. So what you're going to do is take whatever you want your image to be. So we're doing the pumpkin. If you want the wolf, you could do clip art from the internet. You could do a kid's drawing. You could do words, whatever you want. And you'll place your hoop right over it. Then you want to just use a permanent marker to trace over your design. Very simple. So I'm just going right onto my fabric, and this will show me where I don't want to add my Mod Podge. Just go ahead, just like so. And don't worry if you don't get it exactly perfect, because the cool thing about this silk screening method is it has more of a handmade or artisan look. So go ahead, just trace that over. Whoop, got a little bit wiggly there. It's okay, clean that up. Hold in position. If you were to wiggle it around a little bit, you just line it back up over your drawing. That's why I really like to have the piece of paper under there. If you were really, really creative, you could freehand draw your design, but there you go. You can see we've transferred our design onto our silk fabric. And now we are ready. Got a little bit of wax paper down here. We're ready to seal this off. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna use a variety of brushes. So we're going to use a detail brush, and we're going to use an angle brush also. So all you're gonna do is go in, and wherever you are not going to want your paint to be, you're going to just paint the Mod Podge there. So I like these angle brushes because you can really get in to different shapes, and you'll just paint the Mod Podge, again, where you do not want your paint to go. And I'm just going right over these lines. If you had a more intricate design, you might want to use a more smaller detail brush. And I want to show you that. This is just a little detail brush. This type of brush is really good. Oh, yeah, protect your work surface because, again, paint is going to be going through this. So wherever you're painting here, you're going to get Mod Podge. This kind of brush is really good if you want to go in and do little details. You can just work around it. And you'll continue doing that and filling in your whole design until it's completely covered with Mod Podge. And I like to show here, want to just show you this. You want to go all the way to the edge. You know, you don't have to go exactly to the edge, but you want to go pretty close. Go ahead and add a little bit there. See, I just dropped it right there and I got a little bit where I want my heart to be. You can just go in with a wet towel while it's wet and clean that up. It's no problem. So I'm gonna set this aside. I wanna show you our dried one. So this one here is dried. And let's see if you can see that close up. Is that camera picking that up for you guys? You can see all that dried Mod Podge on there. So wherever we want our paint to go, we don't have any Mod Podge. See it both sides. I hope you guys can see that good because it's a little bit tricky. Now we're ready to paint, and that is super easy. We're using Fabric Creations. This is like a fabric ink paint, and that's one of my favorite things I like about it is it's not a real thick paint, so it goes through the fabric really good. And we wanted to do a different kind of Halloween look, so we're going with these, we're not using black, we're doing this wine purpley color, and we've got some orange and some lime greens going on. And we use all those colors in the jeans. I'm just gonna hold those up and let you see all those colors mixed together. I think it's super fun, great fun look. For the pumpkin face, we used that wine color, and that's what I'm gonna show you right now. So a trick for that, a couple things you're gonna need, is you're going to want to take your t-shirt. I hope you can see that crease line. Do you see that crease line in there? So I like to take my t-shirt before I do this just for placement. I fold it in half, I match shoulder to shoulder, and then I iron that crease down the center. And that makes it so it's so much easier to place down your design, and you'll get it centered really easy. So let's go ahead and lay that down. And again, I'm using this larger size hoop, but if you wanted to do smaller ones, you can do this any size you want. It's the same exact technique. So we're gonna slip a little bit of wax paper in between our layers so our paint doesn't seep through to the back. If you had a piece of cardboard, that would work. Some people have those t-shirt cardboards that you can pick up at the craft store. You can slip one of those in there, an old cereal box, whatever you got. Okay, so I got my center there. So I know I want to center my nose up with that. So you'll just go ahead and position your silk screen wherever you want it. And you can use a variety of tools. Let's get some paint out. So we're gonna use our wine paint. And again, that's the Fabric Creations. Go ahead and pour some of that out. This is such a cool purple. Love it, love it, love it. And hopefully I got enough. You don't need too much. So I start with a little bit and then I add to it if I feel like I need more. So there's our color, and let's talk about tools. You can use an old grungy paintbrush. You can use a brand new paintbrush. You can use a foam paintbrush, and you can even use makeup sponges, okay? So let's start. What you wanna do is hold it down, and I'm gonna use a new paint. Well, let me show you. So this, if you wanna do makeup, you just push it in, kind of tap off. And this, you can get kind of a cool grungy look. Okay, just like so. So I might end up doing each one of these a little bit different so you can see the different techniques that you can do. So tap off and go right on there, just like so. Okay, now these silk screens are gonna be washable. So once this is done, you can wash all that ink out and you can use this over and over and over again. You can make a bunch of these. Foam paintbrush works the same way. So you can tap, or you can kind of do a little loosey brush movement. Main thing is you want to just really hold that silk screen in place. Okay, and now let's look at an old grungy brush. You're kind of all doing the same thing. So you can look around and say, okay, what tool do I have for this? And it'll probably work. And now we got our brand new brush. Same deal. Kind of just do different techniques if you want. Whoop, I spilled paint, guys. That's why this is a demo. Let's go in, add some of this. So you can see lots of different tools work here. There we go. Okay, now I'm going really fast, so let's lift it up and hopefully we have a good design, guys. Let's take a peek. Oh, pretty good. So you can see what the different tools did, so that's so cool. So here where we just did the makeup sponge, this was the makeup sponge, you get that really kind of rustic, worn out look, super cool. And then where we use the paintbrush more, we get a more solid look. So our sample design right here, we did this one with 100% the new paintbrush. So that gives you a good indication of if you want that solid look, go for the paintbrush. And if you want that more distressed, kind of cool rock and roll look, you want to use the foam brush or the makeup brush. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. I got paint on my hands, got paint going everywhere. I am going to put these cute little outfits on Delilah and Sophia and see how they like them. If you guys make any silkscreen projects, please let us know about them. Oh, one more thing before we go. I wanted to talk to you about this. You can rinse out your screens, just rinse them under cold water. If you pop them out of the frame, that's fine. You can just put the fabric right back in the frame, hang it to dry, and you can use it several times over and over and over again. These are really fun if you want to do the same design like a family reunion, or you want everybody to be wearing like the same shirt. So you can do it in different colors or whatever you want. And again, any sizes that you want, small or little, with Fabric Creations paint. We will see you next time on Make It with Mod Podge. Be sure to use the hashtags PlaidCraft and Mod Podge so we can see what you're making. See you next time.